Exercise has physical and mental benefits for many athletes, and in most cases, food is the fuel to their success. But at what point does healthy eating to aid performance become obsessive? And when does healthy eating become disordered eating? This series explores the dangers of eating disorders in athletes. This is Fast or Food.
In running, it's quite common for girls to wear crop tops and hot pants, and I would, look at the other athletes and think, right, well, they've got a six-pack, they're thinner than me, they're quicker than me, so if I want to be as quick as them, I need to be as thin as them. When I was 14, I lost a little bit of weight intentionally, and my period stopped. I went to the doctor, but the doctor said because I was an athlete and I trained, that was normal and nothing to worry about.
When Rebecca went to university, she restricted more until her body began to shut down. She was pulled out of university and put into intensive care where she was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. Dr. Riley Nichols is a counselling and sports psychologist who specialises in working with athletes addressing mental health and performance concerns.
There are times, depending on the acuity of symptoms and how compromised an individual is, that it's unsafe to continue to train and compete in sport. So it's actually very risky and dangerous. If it is appropriate, they're medically stable. I work with a lot of athletes who are able to maybe make some modification in sport participation while continuing to address, their relationship with food, of course, body and movement.
No one stopped me from running. It reached the point where I physically couldn't do it anymore. I would struggle to even walk, let alone try and run. And that was quite soul destroying for me because I was like, this has been my one lifetime dream and now it's literally just crumbled. For me, I just thought, right, just try and lose as much weight as possible. By the end of term, see how low you can get on the scales. It kind of like that took over all my running dreams.
Rebecca's goal of competing as a Great Britain athlete was now a competition between her and the scales. For many with this disease, they are left with life-threatening consequences.
There's unfortunately a high mortality rate with this illness, and that's just it's unfortunate due to just how taxing it is on the body and the heart and vital organs. I think death is just a reality, and that's might seem extreme, but it's just a reality of this illness. I think in addition to that, or additionally to that, there's lots of risks: fainting, passing out, heart attack. I mean, there's just a lot of complications that can result if and when you're kind of pushing your body in any state of kind of medical instability. Yeah.
I really did hit rock bottom, and I reached the point where I was like, I'm 22, my friends have all graduated, got jobs, moved on with their lives, and I've just kind of been frozen in this anorexic bubble. I wasn't living a life, I was basically barely even existing. And it was then when I thought, do you know what, I want to be able to have a life and manage anorexia alongside it. There is that general culture, that belief that thinner equals faster, which it doesn't. If you want to run, you have to fuel yourself properly, and thinner doesn't make you quicker. It's just reinforcing that message. Different bodies, different paths. If you're healthy, you will run better.